It's Week 12 of the NFL, and the spotlight is on Justin Herbert. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Raiders and the Chiefs, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 24.
Now from the field that will host Super Bowl 58 come February. There's a good look inside Allegiant Stadium just off the 15 here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game,
is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. And bringing them out is the rare southpaw, his fourth year, coming off his best season as a pro, Tua Tagovailoa.
You know what I did in pregame? I made sure I touched him as he went by. I want a little bit of what he's got.
The golden arm from last week.
Oh, how much fun was that to watch that game tape, all right? The number of touchdowns, what was that, 5 last week?
Yeah.
But 0 interceptions. So you think he's due to throw a pick, but I'm betting he continues the streak in this game.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
The numbers for Sanders last week: 18 carries, 97 yards.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Right where this set him down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And the Raiders have got him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by one of the brightest young stars in the NFL, a 4th-year pro out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. This defense for the Chiefs, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Herbert on 3rd down now. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Davis now to return it. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Off the play action, Tagovailoa. Delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. This is taken at the 10. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
Now it's Herbert. He'll find his rookie tight end, Sam Laporta. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Raiders at 8-3 now. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
Colton Miller, former first-round pick, called for the penalty there. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. To the air again, Herbert. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. You talk about this Chiefs defense. And they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top-5 passing offense in this one.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Well, certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. Over the middle, complete. That's Pierce. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's 2nd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Herbert. Open man, he's got Reed. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 27-yard line. 11 yards for number 11. Again, Herbert. A short throw there to Strange. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
Pierce now up the middle. Great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15. And they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They wanted to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit of the 1st quarter. Now they are set up 1st and goal.
Herbert back to the air. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal as they've got it as we resume action. Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there. And now it's 4th down. Also a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Chandler Jones so quick. He was the one that got in to stop that one before it got started. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Up the middle they go with Sanders. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at.
Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua's going to be taken down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. Here's Bryce Behringer now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And taken right at the 35. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dante Fowler able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Here's Ethan Evans now. Returnable here for Davis. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And they will take over 1st and 10. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed 1st down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the 1st, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence, haven't allowed a point yet, flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
That's swung out wide to Sanders. That is going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This will be fielded at the 17. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Achane gets it from the gun. Ooh, the juke. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
I think I like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Lucas Van Ness in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And that CD, another sack for the young rookie linebacker. Well, getting after the quarterback certainly has not been much of a problem here in his rookie season.
It certainly hasn't, Brandon, and the instincts that have made him a great tackler, I think coupled along with some film study and some great anticipation, that's also made him a great pass rusher as well.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And it's taken in at the 9. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Hustling through to break that play up, Max Crosby.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw complete here to Waller. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. It's caught by Sanders. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup for 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
Tua sets up to pass it. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 45-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
He stiff arms him. The Sanders has got it complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. This throw caught right around the 6. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Flush to his right. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
And there's something that goes back to the early years of his career. Remember, he had 3 touchdowns in each of his first couple of seasons. None last year as they've tried to dial back his running, especially down close to the goal line.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was Tua Tagovailoa who called his own number and finished it off with a touchdown run. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here comes Hunter Renfrow, ready for the next drive with the rest of his offensive mates. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is it allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. Here is 3rd and 5. Back to throw here, Herbert. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
.47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the side.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by David Warren. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. After the turnover, here's Herbert. That's into the hands of Flowers over the middle. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. 2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. Here's Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Herbert on 3rd down now. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Herbert. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Herbert throwing again. Caught out right by Renfrow. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Sam Laporta as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the is now 10-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Personal foul. Baseman. Defense. What's the deal, y'all?
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Tua, a final shot before half. He'll look downfield for Waller. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We're accustomed to seeing strong quarterback play. We got that in the first half from Justin Herbert. He had a touchdown pass in that first half, helping his guys to a halftime advantage.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now it's Herbert. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Holding. Offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. The drive will start with an option going left. To a hit, and the ball is out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Holding. Offense.
Rashawn Slater, first-round pick in 2021, guilty there. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. Brings up second down.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
You know I'm old school, so I always want a hammer in my backfield. But in short yardage situations, third down pickups, I got to have him. And he picked it up for him right there.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 3. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. From midfield, here's Tua. That is caught. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Dexter Lawrence gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That's to the tight end, Laporta. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. Herbert now. And he rifles one incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Marshall, the man in motion. Again, Herbert. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Play action. Now it's Tua. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Got the connection here to Bourne. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 39-yard line.
Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Here's Tua. Fighting to stay upright. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a 1st down. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
A quick throw caught out wide by Bourne. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. A short one here secured by the tight end Waller, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Looking to pass. Tua. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this 3rd quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got to move him downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football, and that ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
Carlson now to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Tagovailoa trying again after the pick 6. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. Tua's throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. There'll be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down. From the gun, it's Tua. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taken in at the 11. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw here, Herbert. Open man, that's Renfro. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And this is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Pierce will try to pick it up. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now Tua. This one to Bourne out on the left side. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Oh, he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. Back to the air on 2nd down. Tagovailoa. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 40. A good pickup there at 22. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 79 yards on the ground now for Sanders. He's got a 1st down. Tua going to throw. That'll be caught by St. Brown. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2nd and a couple. A give for Dillon running right. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, the field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The Raiders now set to get the football back. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Up the middle, H.A. And he'll get this past the 20 as he gets about 4.
Brandon, I gotta think this offensive line has got some smiles on his faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Davis now to return it. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following the 7-yard return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. KC's offense ready to take over. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see do they rely more on the ground game here.
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. He dumps this off to Dillon underneath.
Holding. Offense.
So the road a little tougher here. Now 1st and 20. Tua sets up to pass it. That's caught by Waller out left side. Here's 2nd down. Looking to throw. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it's going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Tua. under pressure. They got him again. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
And twice in a row, the quarterback goes down. This offense needs 2 scores, not giving up 2 sacks.
There's Tua. And it's incomplete. They did not convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that one.
They're down to none.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. Great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15. And they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On second down, here's Pierce. And they're going down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Now Herbert. Tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that maybe kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you think maybe just sitting on it, trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion, we can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
So the Chiefs now down by 10, less than 90 seconds to go. Throwing Tua. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Now Tua. And this will be caught. It's Isaiah Hodgins. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now Tua. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Tua to throw. Pass completed, Scott.
But he's his own defense, and you know you got to drag him. As your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The decision made for them, they've got to go. It's 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. The defense circling now, 4th down and 7. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And it's incomplete. They could not convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Herbert to a knee, and that should just about write it into this one. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that would be their last points of the game?
No, the adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it's just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Las Vegas, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, it's loss number 3 for them on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.